DC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Welcome back, and I am giving you the news of the week in terms of the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. It's in full prep work. A good amount of stuff has happened, so I'll go for them fairly quick, not to waste your time. If you love Eurovision just as much as I do, by the way, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I'll keep you updated on the news and react to it, have reviews, all that good stuff. Anyway, I gotta jump right into it. Let's talk Eurovision. And the big news of the day, and I think of the week, I should say, comes from actually this very small island nation, Iceland. Iceland made a big announcement, the broadcaster and, of course, the act, Daði. I cannot say the name, but I've been always trying, Daði. He was said to represent Iceland at Eurovision 2020 with Think About Things. And we all know Eurovision 2020 was cancelled due to the whole COVID pandemic, which is still ongoing, of course, but we all know, regardless of the situation of it, that the contest will take place. And he confirmed that he will represent Iceland in 2021. And the fans could not be more excited. He put up a tweet saying, "I'm coming back next year." And gosh, I always have to pronounce that name. Gagnamagnið is going to join me. So I guess I'm writing another Eurovision song, also closing the Think About Things chapter of my life with some remixes released today. So make sure to check out those remixes today, and I haven't listened to them yet, but I've listened to a lot of his other stuff, and it is fantastic. Now, he will representing Iceland, as said, with that band together, which basically loosely translates to Daði and the data rates. Okay, now the group, aside from Peterson, he consists of his wife Arni and his sister Sigrun, and then 3 close friends, and they went viral on YouTube and TikTok with their song Think About Things. So even though Eurovision did not happen, the song still had so much exposure. People loved it, and it's basically an ode to his infant daughter. This was actually not his first attempt to represent Iceland, it's his second one. He previously entered the 2017 national final with the song Is This Love. He made it all the way to the end in the super final, but then lost to Svala in the song Paper. So he returned a few years later and won the whole thing and became this phenomenon. Now, we do know that previously he stated that he had no interest in competing in the national final again, but that he would be open to do Eurovision if he were to be selected internally. So now, with this information now at hand, we do know that this song Va Keppnin, which you all know, especially from the movie, is the Icelandic national final, will not really take place in the traditional sense as we've known it. So that is unfortunate in that sense, but I think we understand why this is happening. In case you're wondering, Iceland has been part of the contest since 1986. The best result to date is a second place in 1999 with Selma All Out of Luck, and in 2009, Johanna's Is It True. Now, these are big news, right? These are humongous news. One of the most talked about acts of the contest 2020 is returning to the contest, and the question is, what is he going to do? It is very difficult to live up to the original hype. Can he put something together similar to what he had before? Is he going to go with something completely different, still within his style, and but I don't know. It is always very risky coming back with, coming back since he never really took part in the first place, but you get my point. But try again, trying to recapture that excitement. But if someone is able to do it, it's Daði, right? He's a very unique artist in my view. There's nothing we've ever seen at the contest. It has that 80s synth vibe that it seems, you could say, out of place in 2020, yet it does not. And it is just so fascinating. He's a true and unique artist, and I have so much appreciation for it. And I am thrilled that he is back and gets to have his shot. We have to wait and see what he's going to come up with. To me, I wish all of the 2020 acts could return, but that's not what's happening. Glad that Iceland went down that route because all the other Nordic countries are not. So this is really big news. I'm excited. Are you excited? We have to wait and see what song he'll come up with. More to come on that, so stay tuned. Okay, let's talk about actual the actual 2021 contest. Now, at this point, countries still have the ability to sign up. The deadline has not passed yet, and we did find out that another country has been added to the list, and that country is Portugal. Yes, Portugal. They did submit a song last year as well, and they waited until now to confirm their participation. Some people were nervous that they would not actually come back because they withdrew from Junior as well, and there are certainly notorious for randomly sitting out a year, but they're not going to do that in 2021. As a matter of fact, they're not only returning to the contest in 21, they're actually expanding their national final show, and that Festival de Canção is the name. So the format, the number of participants will increase from the usual 16 participants to 20. So they're adding more to the lineup, which is really, really exciting. And the more the merrier, that's what I've been saying, because, we're not going to have as many national finals this year, with a lot of half of the acts at least, I would say, returning, and they may not have a traditional national final like we used to. So any national final here, I guess, is exciting. So we will be able to add Portugal to the list of countries. Now, it seems though, bad news, we may get Portugal again. We will not see a return most likely from Hungary. Hungary, as you all know, or if you don't, I'm telling you right now, took part in the contest 2019. It did not qualify from the semis for the first time since they returned to the contest in 2011. And the following year, 2020, withdrew. Now, the contest was canceled, but, they would have not been in the running if we actually had the contest. So we didn't know whether or not Hungary would return to the contest. Now, Adal is the national final that usually has been used. It was created, actually, in 2012, I believe, and basically to select the act for Eurovision. And just like last year, the rules have changed because it has now mentioned to Eurovision, meaning that the winner of Idal would move on to represent Hungary at the contest. This line, again, was not in the rules published by the broadcaster of Idal. Therefore, we believe that Hungary is once again sitting out, which is unfortunate. It has not been confirmed yet, so there could be this crazy notion that they will actually just send an internal song. But as it looks right now, Hungary will probably sit out the contest in 21 again, and it is unfortunate, but I don't think it is surprising. So, as of right now, it seems as we will not have any returning countries join the lineup. I think the best case scenario and likely scenario is that all countries that took part in 2020 will return for 21 as well. So that is basically where we're at, because we're waiting technically the official announcement from the United Kingdom, but we know that they will in countries like Moldova, that they will be in for sure. Belarus, we know there's a political situation going on, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I expect them to be in the running as well. So as of right now, it seems we're on track of having the same participants as, like a redo of 2020, 41 participants, which is a good number considering the current environment that we're currently in. So I would say this is a win. So even though it would be sad for Hungary not to return to the contest, we know that it's a little bit more complicated with the current government and all of that. It is still exciting to have Portugal back. And I can't wait for the official list so we can get all even more excited. In other news, just, a lot of the countries that are still, preparing for national finals are totally in the works right now. They're selecting acts or has selected acts that have not been made public yet. Most of the Nordic countries, except for Iceland right now, will have their national finals. So the acts that were chosen in 2020 or won the national final will not return in the next year unless they end up winning again. But that seems to be unlikely, I guess. It's difficult to win one of these shows. One of the updates we have, Finland has already selected the 7 acts for UMK 21. So 7X will battle it out. One of them is going to win it and represent Finland at the contest. We'll get more information on that in the near future. Now, as you all know, Axel won last year, or technically this year if you look at the calendar year, with the song Looking Back. He was a surprise winner, but he won it fair and square. And the broadcaster said that he is not returning to the contest by default. As a matter of fact, he's not even getting a guaranteed slot in the lineup, but that he's more than welcome to submit a song and then hope for the best, that he gets selected and then ultimately win the whole national final again. That's a long way to go, but he has at least another shot if he decides to do this and if the broadcaster decides to actually choose him. So we have to wait and see if he's in the lineup and if he's going to make it. That is the updates we have. There will be more updates in national finals, whether it's Melody Festival and Melody Grand Prix and many others in the near future. We still have ways to go. It is still weird to have all these names already selected, since at least half of the acts will return, about half so far, I think, to the 21 contest. Most broadcasters said, hey, let's give them another shot. It's only the right thing to do. So these are the news I have for you right now, and I will be back soon with the next update. Thank you for watching, and have a good day or good night wherever you are. Bye.